Hello everybody, how's it going today? Today is March the 18th, it's a Sunday. It's about 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Happy Sunday everybody. So I hope you guys have had a very cautious time trading. We've actually hit the target right on the head. And doesn't it feel good, guys, to hit targets? I mean, the reason why it's really cool to hit targets is because of the bears, right? And because the bulls as well. The bears have targets to close their short position, and the bulls also have targets to go long. No, you have to think of how bears think, right? Or you have to think of how bulls think, right? They try to fight against the bears, right? They're fighting each other. If you guys don't know what a bear is, it's someone who likes to drive down the market or take profit or enter short positions because that's how they profit. They profit on the difference in the price when it goes down. So if you're shorting at $1,000, right? One Bitcoin at $10,000. Oh, you guys are muted. I didn't mean to censor you guys. Okay, there, now it should be open. So the bears, you sell one Bitcoin at $10,000 through a margin account, you're borrowing one Bitcoin, and then when it goes down, if you buy back the one Bitcoin at $9,000, you give that back that one Bitcoin that you borrowed from the exchange, and then you keep your $1,000 difference, right? The bears, their favorite song goes something like this, okay? Apple bottom jeans, bears with the fur, the whole bulls, they were looking at her. She hit the flow. Next thing you know, the bears got low, 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 low. And another favorite song of theirs, if you guys don't know, it goes something like this. It goes, let it fall, can't hold it up anymore. Let it fall, let it fall. And that's one of their favorite songs as well. Another favorite song of theirs goes something like this as well, okay? If the bulls can't hold it up, you know that the bears are gonna drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. So they kind of sing a lot of different songs, okay? They love to sing these kinds of bear songs. So let's just do a quick recap of Cat Saturday as well, okay? I love it whenever they post new cat stuff, because they don't really post that much here on the forums, like on the steemit. I'm kind of obsessed about the cats. If you guys don't know, I have a massive weakness for cats, and whenever I see cats, I get very, very, very excited. And they finally posted two new posters. Actually posted. Look how much some of them get paid. Okay, some of them get paid like $35, $118 to literally take pictures of their cats. If you guys actually have a pet, you guys should go to the steemit section and create a blog, because some cat bloggers and dog bloggers actually make a lot. So this is a really cute cat here. I used to have a cat just like this. His name was Casper, and I also had another one like that. His name was Popcorn. Oh man, they were really, really cute. Look at that. Super, super cute. Oh my god, look at the white paws. Look at the white paws. They're so cute. And then there's this one as well that they just posted here. Okay, check that out. Do you guys see this? Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh, it's such an orange cat. So cute. I love white and orange cats. They're like, okay, anyways, I'm getting a little too excited. So let's talk about some of my predictions that I've made, okay? Let's see what let's go to random one like that, okay? I don't know which one. I forgot which ones I've started doing it, right? Okay, for example, this one. Okay, over 3-4 days ago, I've been talking about this for a really long time, guys. The 7250 target hit, right? We were gonna get a bounce up there. That actually happened. We got right around to that range, around 8350, and then we ended up just completely downtrending to 7250, right? So remember this: 8368 to 85. 84, right? Before completing the final wave down to 7250 at the 0.86 fib level. And surely enough, what do you guys see, right? If we go back on a different time frame here, that's exactly where we ended up trending, right? We were at what? We were at right here was at 7600, right? So at 7600 right there is exactly where we were. And then I mentioned one more bounce up to 8363 range to 8540 whatever, which is pretty much right here. We got to 8600 on the nose, right? And then my next call after that was saying it was going to go to 7250. Yeah, guys, pretty good accuracy, right? I would say this is like a backslapper moment. This is like a bam moment, okay? This is a knee slapper moment. I'm just slapping my knee because it was such a good moment. That's so good, guys. I haven't really had much of my coffee yet. So I think I'm gonna have a little bit more coffee because I'm not hyper enough yet right now. Woo! This is really good. What's up, Eric Cho? You guys hear about the story of how Eric Cho and I met? Okay, this is the story of how Eric Cho and I met. Okay, I was walking in the park one day. Okay, I was walking in the park, beautiful day, and then I saw Eric Cho, right? And I kid you not, that it was love at first sight. Sparks were literally flying. It was electrifying. Eric fell right to my feet, and then I said to myself, damn, I love my new taser. Hey yo! Do you guys get that joke? That's how I met. Well, Eric, okay, if you guys don't get the joke and I have to explain it, Eric and I met, it was electrifying, sparks were flying, he fell to my feet. Damn, I love my new taser. Get it? Get it? That's how I picked up Eric, with my taser, okay? So yeah, we've been just destroying it, guys. I finally closed my position, right? On my other account there, I had a short position that was automatically going to fill. I had it set right there. If it broke, I was just going to short it there for 8 Bitcoin. Finally took my profit around the 73, 7400 range there. Up $8,000 today. Can't complain. And that's for my swing positions, right? Because I have 2 different accounts. One for my swing positions on one account, and I also have my short day trading positions as well. So where are we right now in the structure? First of all, we got to go to Bitconnect. It's absolutely routine, guys, okay, for us to talk about Bitconnect here. So Bitconnect. Oh wow, it's at down 18% today, guys. 18%. Woo! Look at this. It must be Carlos Matos in the house, or Trevon James. Maybe even Superman got involved in it now because they're pumping up the market right now. Look at this pump right here. 24-hour volume. Oh my god, the volume has actually gone up. Are people actually buying? Are people finally realizing that you gotta buy the F&D? You gotta buy the F&D, and I'm not talking about the penis, I'm talking about buy the effing dip. Did someone actually buy the dip, or did they actually sell? Did they sell, guys? Did they actually finally realize that, oh, I don't think that Bitconnect's gonna go up. Not until Bitcoin actually hits $100,000, it's when it's gonna go up, okay? So, unbelievable, right, guys? How could anyone believe that annually Bitconnect could offer a 92% return on investment? How did actually people think that, right? This is why, you know, people like Eric Cho and I, we try to be real. We try to be real simply because, well, you know, you really don't want people to get scammed. So we'd rather, oh, that's gotta stop ringing in my headphones right now. We don't want people to get scammed. That's why we try to be a much better role model or influence in the community. It's just really not cool whatsoever to get scammed like that, right? But newer people in the community, they'll look up to these prominent figures who have 100,000, 200,000 subscribers. And how could anyone, like, it was such a Ponzi. You guys know the story, right? Like, they were running out of money, right? They were running out of money. They were getting a lot of accusations. So they started this ICO, right? Another ICO that completely flopped. Their ICO price was too high. They were trying to get new money coming in. Thank you very much, Mr. Vane. I appreciate the donation. And then, how could anyone believe it after all those accusations? And guys like Crypto Nick, right? They're all disappearing now, right? Trevon James, Ryan Hildreth, he's still talking about cryptocurrency as well. Anyways, we're not going to get into Bitconnect. So let's talk about the actual market cap of Bitcoin now, okay? Let's actually get down and serious, okay? Let's get down and move it all around. So historical data. We're actually uptrending here in terms of volume, right? Yesterday was a slow sell-off that I was mentioning at $4.4 billion. And then now we've actually jumped up a substantial amount in the past 24 hours, which shows that the market is incredibly interested right around these ranges at $7,200. And now we're uptrending slightly, but I'm going to talk about very specific targets during this video so you guys can actually multitask in case one of the two things happen. Now we're at $5.1 billion. We've jumped up about $700 billion in terms of 24-hour volume, which is a very good sign so far, okay? And always remember that I am a day trader, and because I'm a day trader, I don't really talk much about swing positions. I talk about intraday things that can happen, and we take it one step at a time. And I've always said that we focus on reacting as a trader rather than being predictive, because there's so much data that comes in always that we now have a different set of information that we have to absorb and digest, right? So that's looking pretty good right there. Yeah, this was a good position as well, where I actually bought around 7,300. I tweeted this about 3 days ago on the 16th. 10 Bitcoin at 7,300. I had my orders filled. And just to be clear, I closed my position already, okay? I closed it at 74.40 because I don't want to take the risk right now. I'd rather wait for more confirmation, all right? So just to be very clear, I'm no longer in any position whatsoever. So yeah, this was going really well so far. So let's talk about what's been going on. Actually, I want to give you guys very relevant information before we get started, okay? I need to give you guys information. This is clearly the last wave coming down here right now, all right? This is clearly the last wave possibly coming down, and there's two different sets of possible outcomes right now, okay? Tony Vay's not in the house. I really doubt that Tony Vay's would be watching this. So here's the two possible paths right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if this was the actual count right now, what we can easily deduce that these actually made some very good targets, right? This one here was a very easy or rough target to obtain, where it actually did hit roughly the 1-to-1 extension, and this one hit near the 1618 in between the 100. So if this were the actual count, guys, the way to play it is to look for the 75.22 break, and as soon as it peaks above 74.78, it should catch your attention, because this will have confirmed the actual bottom for the final fifth wave count, all right? No way, Tony Vay's would not talk crap about anyone. Tony Vay's is, he's he's my idol. No kidding, he's actually my idol, and I've learned more from Tony Vay's than anybody in the world. Excuse me. Yeah, yeah, when I was first, starting to get more advanced in trading, like, I really look up to that guy. Like, I literally idolize him, right? So, I don't think Tony Vay's would talk negatively about people. He's just not like that. He keeps it real, guys. Like, you want to follow people who keep things very real, right? Whether he's a maximalist or not, whether he thinks every coin's a scam, he's real, because you're burned so many times from ICOs that how could you not believe that every other coin is a scam coin? So I really look up to him and respect him for keeping it real, because we have to offer differences in opinion. Let's say that there's 10 people making a vote or a decision, right? At a round table, 10 people are making a decision. If all 9 people agree on a point, it is up to the 10th person to disagree, because they have to offer something new to the table. And that's what Tony Vay's is. He's the 10th guy that offers a very radical view from many different perspectives, and that's why people should love him, in my opinion. So anyways, I know that's a fake Tony Vay's. He doesn't have time, guys. Why would Tony Vay's have time to watch other people? The guy travels 10 months out of the year. He streams 4 hours a day. He offers tons of free content. He gets absolutely nothing for live streaming for 1 hour or doing these podcasts. He's already prominent as heck. He was in the Disruptor Daily top 25 most influential people in cryptocurrency and in the blockchain space. He's got no time to watch my videos, just to let you guys know, all right? So just wanted to be very clear, whether that one was a fake one or not. I knew that he was a fake one just because I believe that Tony Vay's would not watch my videos. He simply does not have time. So that's not me kissing his butt or anything. That's just talking the truth because I know he's not here. So anyways, this is the break you want to watch for. Above 75.78, get your attention. If it breaks above 75.23, I'm going to be buying 10 Bitcoin. I'm going to buy into strength, okay? Now, if this is not the actual count, right? So if this was the actual count, first of all, really quickly, this would be a retracement of the first wave. And we have officially bounced between the 0.5 fib region and the 618 region, okay? That's how we have to think of it. Now, if that was not the actual count, I want to do this count for you guys because I want you to be prepared in case something happens during this video. Now, the other possible count is perhaps, something really dinky like that. That's now a possible wave coming down. and we break it down to a very small 3-minute chart even. Thank you very much, Christopher. I really appreciate that. That's going to get my dog completely hammered. Like, you guys know how drunk she got for St. Patty's Day? She got so drunk for St. Patty's Day even before I woke up in the morning that she's like, hey, Daddy, happy St. Patrick's Day. Let's go celebrate. Let's start dressing up in red. I'm like, Luna, we don't wear red on St. Patrick's Day. She's like, what are you talking about? We always wear red on St. Patrick's Day. So she started dressing up in red in the morning. Red. And I just couldn't explain to her that it's green. It's green on St. Patrick's Day, okay? So that's pretty much where the alcohol is going to go there, Christopher. I really appreciate you. Yes, I'm absolutely going to be talking about it ending fifth wave diagonal in very detail. Thank you for reminding me. So if this was the actual count as well, we're going to count this as waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? See the dilemma? And then we just get, then this whole thing is actually a corrective wave structure, which may not make too much sense because this structure right here is actually too small. It's not proportional. So because these waves 2 and 4 are not proportional, this might not be a valid count. But if it is a valid count, right, we would simply project something like this right here. We would project, oh wow, this one actually is hitting roughly around this region. Okay, let's just be very conservative and hit some target between 72.50 again and 71.60 around these ranges. So you guys have two options I would recommend right now. A break above 75.23, I will be interested in going long, as the majority of the public should be. And then a break below the 72.50, keep an eye, and we might end up laddering right around there. So let's talk about this at a macroscopic level first of all, before I get to this ending fifth wave diagonal. We have to acknowledge this massive trend line right here, okay? Boom! Shakalaka. I've been drawing this guy for days now. So this is point 1, where we end up getting an ending fifth wave diagonal, or sorry, we get a trend line that meets right there. Second point, why it was likely to bounce there is because boom, this is called double confluence, 72.41. Do you guys notice it? We bounced at 72.40. So I just chose a round number at 72.50 because psychologically, it's a really good number. And the third point of interest is I just kind of guesstimate that, hey, if this is a 78.6 level, could ABC also do a 78.6? And this is where we get our triple confluent zone right there. 1, the trend line support. 2, the ABC 78.6 extension, and 3, the waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 78.6 extension as well. So because of these triple confluent zones right here, we would say, wow, this is a very likely place for it to actually bounce, okay? So that's, let's go over a very quick count for you guys as well. So we're going to talk about right here, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? If this fifth wave actually did something decent and got to the target of where it could have got to based on extensions of the first and second wave, and if fifth wave completed properly, if this one here actually ended up hitting slightly above 100 extension, this one could have and should have, if it was bullish, hit somewhere between like 12,700 ranges to even 13,000 range, right? That's what we'd have to assume, about 13K range. But because that didn't happen, it means that this wave is very bearish, guys. It means that the whole market right now is incredibly bearish, where we ended up getting an 11,788 range and 11,700 high. So because of this right now, a lot of people are talking about me, Oldman. You're right, negatively and positively. I just want to bring up something with you guys. A lot of people are talking about me negatively, where they're creating these fake screenshots of me. Okay, fake screenshots, first of all, I want to be clear. And secondly, they're saying that I'm pumping coins. I only do technical analysis on basically 2 coins, if you've noticed. One is the number 5 coin with a really high market cap of $5 billion called Litecoin. And the second one is called Bitcoin. Okay, the second one is called Bitcoin, which is also a very high market cap coin. As powerful as people think I am, I actually don't have the persuasion to pump up a market, okay? Nor would I even think about touching a coin that's very low market cap to pump it. So whatever you guys are hearing about me, man, it is so fake, to be honest. I don't have time, guys, to be to be talking to random people, to be pumping coins. I'm just working. It is so sad, in my opinion, how some people invest all their time to try to expose or have smear campaigns towards people like Eric and I. It's like they can, or creating fraud accounts, right? Or impersonating me. Why spend all your time impersonating me or talking crap about me out of jealousy or envy or whatever, when you guys can just learn the game and actually make some money instead? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't even have time to chat. I don't even talk to Val, and Val's my bae. If you guys don't know, Val's my boo. Yeah, like, I barely have time to talk to Val, right? I have a really good friend in Thailand as well. Her name is Mel. I barely have time to talk to her. So if these people are all talking like crap about me and spending all of their time trying to do this, it is kind of pathetic as well, right? It's like, try to find something better to do with your time. So I just focus on positivity, guys, right? I just focus on positivity, and regardless of like what's going on, like I kind of avoid it. Sure, guys, I'll tease people on Twitter when they're writing they're making grammatical errors, or when they're being, you know, like not pleasant to me. I'll be unpleasant back to them with literally one-line statements, right? But I never go in all full-blown arguments with people. Hey, good morning. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Sibo Sem said, good morning, Philicon. Big thanks for all your teachings and videos. Learned a lot. Would you take a very quick look at that and tell me if it's a valid count? Typical trading view URL image code. Yeah, I guess I could take a look at it. Boots with the fur, the whole club was looking at her. She hit the... I'm just loading it up right now. Give me 1 second, guys. She hit the flow. Next thing you know, shorty got low, 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 low. I can't open it, my friend. I don't know how to open it. I honestly have no idea how to open TradingView with just a URL. Is it just doing something like that? Let it go, let it fall, can't hold it up anymore. Let's see if this is actually gonna load. Okay, yeah, that's a possible count, definitely. But there are many, many obstacles to get to. I see what you've done there. You took the entire fib range of the whole structure, and you did a 382. I can just tell by your yellow line there. So very well played that you're choosing a possible dead cat bounce. Always important to be a conservative trader, right? And you're taking the whole Fibonacci of just this wave structure to account for the waves A and B. Yep, I agree with you. That could be a possible 100% count, Sibo. I hope that answers your question. So what he did here was he took the entire wave structure of ABC and he took a 0.382 Fibonacci, assuming a dead cat bounce. And then he took another Fibonacci retracement of just wave 4 right here, okay? He took it of just wave 4 and he assumed that it's going to get to a 0.5 structure, then a 236 fib level for the B, and then finally it's going to get up to near the 786 fib level for a whole wave 4 retracement, which also coincides to the 382 retracement of the entire structure. So yes, that is definitely a very possible and viable count. How are we going to confirm this count of his? We're going to basically confirm it if we break above the 78.31 range, right? We break above 74.31 range, which confirms that we're breaking above the wave 4 territory of this wave 4 right there. So does that make sense to you guys? Okay, there we go. So thank you very much for that generous donation. I really appreciate that. So, okay, now that you guys have an idea of what's going on, we need to account for right here. Is this ABC, right? Is this actually ABC? Is that it's going to be as easy as 1, 2, 3, right? Is it going to be that easy? So we got to take a look at this in close detail. Yeah, so that's going to be amazing if we can actually count it. So we can count easily, guys. It was so easy to play this, right? Like, it was so easy. I'm sorry to say, guys, like, man, has it ever been a really easy month? Like, everything has been easy since kind of this structure right there, 11,700, that I've been calling like twice now for the top. Like, man, I've just been really happy, you know, because I think a lot of us have made a lot of money. So we're gonna take a look at here, like how easy it was, right? So people would have just basically done something like that, okay? And then they accounted for this specific top right there. That's one strategy you could have used. Another strategy was people would argue, okay, well, if you use log scale, then you could have been able to draw it like that, and you could have caught this top right here, right? Well, that's definitely a good argument, but now how's the argument of how you were able to deduce this top? So if you take off log, right, then you're actually able to get this top right there. And then you would consider this region right here kind of a bull trap region, right? Just kind of something like that in there. So many different arguments to the table. So I prefer using a non-log scale because non-log scales is a lot better on a daily, in my opinion, because I'm a day trader, okay? Now I want to talk to you guys about something called the death cross. A death cross is typically, I'm going to actually add it in here. If you guys don't know how to add in EMA, go to your indicator tab right here, click on indicator, type in EMA, okay? Double click on it one time, zoom in very close until you see it, double click on it right here. Thoughts of crypto dying in a few years, assuming new easy money. The newbies pumping up to December 17 has dried up and got burned too easily. Koreans are upset about crypto. Well, we have to understand that with anything new, okay, what do we fear the most in life, guys, okay? Why do we fear, like this is a good analogy, why do we fear? One of my friends, I'm not going to say her name, right? She recently came out of a relationship, right? Because he was kind of not a good guy, but she stayed in the relationship for really long because of fear of change. So imagine for a moment you're scared of change because it can actually radically change your routine or alter some sort of ecosystem, right? And just a real life scenario, right? If you might be scared and trapped in a relationship because you don't know how to change and you might not know how to react, right? If something can drastically disrupt your routine. Now relate that to cryptocurrency and regulation and government and what the actual technology is, okay? Hey, you know what? I'll talk about whatever I want. You know what, guys? Let's ban this guy. Teach us what we don't want. We don't want to hear your life story. Let's ban this guy right here, guys. Talk BTC, not life. Yeah, let's ban him. Let's go to his channel right here. Go to channel. Then let's go to right here. Oh, look at this guy. He's got 0 views. Doesn't even have any likes. Look at me, guys. I'm one of those guys that keeps creating new accounts. I go on Philicon's channel. I say one really douchey things and then I get banned. And then I spend another 10 minutes making an account so I can just make that one comment to get banned again. Woo, look at me, guys. I'm so cool. Enjoy being blocked there. So anyways, now that we're talking about, just change in general, right? Just change in general. We have to understand that the government is very scared, guys, of what blockchain can actually do. It really has the power to disrupt how money is distributed and accounted for. We account for the fact that it's decentralized compared to privatization and banks where everything is centralized, and leaving trusting one power to keep record of everything is not really cool. So the way of the future is to have these unalterable ledgers, right, distributed throughout the blockchain. So we have to understand the power of the technology behind blockchain. So to answer your question there, AJ, the reason why we pumped it up, last year, because there was lots of news, right? Like, for example, Ripple, EOS, which they called the Ethereum killer, right? IOTA was on fire. XRP was disrupting the Swell conference, right? They were disrupting the Swift conference there on like October 27 alongside Swift in Toronto. But now this year, because of ICOs, and so many people have actually been scammed, guys. They've been scammed. This is an unregulated market, right? Because it's an unregulated market, of course, people are going to take advantage of that. There are some very greedy people in this world. Not only that, governments see it as a way for them to make money, right? They see it as a way to make money. Canada is the first country in the world to actually account for tax from ETFs as well for cryptocurrency. So because of the potential it has, big investment banks also see the potential of manipulating their mainstream media that they have massive influence over, right? So we have to understand that there's a massive level of manipulation and FUD going on as well, while combining it with regulation to prevent the general public from being frauded, right? They don't want to have these types of fraud situations going on. It's kind of the same thing that happened to penny stocks a while back as well, where there's so many pump and dump groups, right? Or like spoofing in general, that's not allowed. Right now, crypto is a very unregulated market, and everybody will take advantage of it. It's literally like the wild, wild west. So because of a very radical change that's happening in the world, of course, society is very scared of accepting what can happen. If there's a way for a blockchain or a cryptocurrency to disrupt the way money is handled, for example, investment banks, of course, they're going to fear it as well, right? So we just got to understand a lot of the things going on and why 2018 might be one of those years that will have a slight step back. But remember that everything that goes up really fast needs to come down and take a break. But because we have taken a break, it might actually give us a lot more momentum in the future to go much harder, right? Think of it as training, right? The more you develop your stamina, the more you train, the more you rest as well, the more steps you can take in the future to obtain new and higher highs. So don't be discouraged, guys. If you are a trader, don't even worry about it for one bit, right? Day traders, who cares if what price is at? We capitalize during that specific day, right? Long-term holders, don't worry about it because there's always the chance to obtain really cheap Bitcoin, and it's going to go high, guys. Like, I still am very bullish this year. I still believe we're going to get to over $35,000 this year, okay? So not a worries, guys. Very bullish on blockchain in general. Do you guys really think that blockchain is going to disappear? It is literally the most revolutionary thing that has happened to this world in terms of technology-wise in a very long time. Keep in mind that internet, right? People didn't even know how to use email back then, and it was so mind-blowing. We're kind of like in the email phases right now of blockchain technology. We are so primitive right now with what's going on, but the world is finally figuring it out. So many software developers are finding more jobs in the blockchain industry as well. So guys, I still feel very bullish on Bitcoin since you brought that up. You know what? That Julian, I gave you a really long answer, right? Yeah, I hope that was satisfactory to you. And we got to remember that China, guys, like, major population out there, right? I mean, the majority of people in China or in some countries don't really have a high gross, not, I was gonna say something stupid, but a high wage compared to people in other countries, right? So of course they're gonna wanna take advantage of trading as well. But because of the population out there, they're more prevalent as well to, unfortunately, scams, right? So of course big governments are gonna crack down on these ICOs where a lot of people are losing their money. So it's very natural in my opinion for this progression to take place, right? So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get back to this now. So this is what I would call the death cross, okay guys? I'm gonna call this the death cross and show you guys what we're talking about right here. Like it doesn't have to be the 200. Like we're talking about, I'm gonna use the 100, okay? I added a white line in here. You guys know how I feel about white and yellow. I like my coffee like I like my women. White. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that, man. Love you always, too. I like to see your comments and your tweets always. So this is what a death cross is. The death cross is when a moving average. I use the 55 and the 100, okay? We'll say that. When the death cross happens, this is what it looks like right here. Look, okay? This is the death cross that's happened a few days ago already, right? We're definitely crossing into that region, and it's scary, guys. Let's see how it looks if we change this to 200, all right? Well, we haven't really done anything on the 200 yet, right? We're still okay. We haven't exactly crossed it yet, the 200 and the 100, but we've crossed with the 55, right? And the 100. So that's what they're referring to, a death cross. And then there's also the golden cross as well, right? The golden cross is when it's the other way around, where the bullish pressure, the bullish momentum is starting to happen, right? And that happened way back, like way back, you know, like we haven't even, it's been a long time, guys, since we've actually had a death cross with the 55 and the 100. Like I can't even see one happening where the white is actually above, okay? Where the white is actually above all of it. There we go. Last time we had a golden cross, right? Was all the way back in October 17-ish, right? Or around October 2015. And then when the white actually goes above all of it, that's where we start to enter a bearish trend for a fairly longer term. It doesn't just cross over, guys, and stay in that territory. No, 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 right? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? No, 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 is what Carlos Matos would say. And as you guys see right here, we are definitely on a downtrend when we look at this. If you guys notice right here, right, as soon as we were anticipating this death cross, it's looking bad. You know what coin right now is looking very scary, guys? Ethereum. I'm not kidding. Ethereum is probably looking one of the scarier coins right now. Tony Vase actually brought it up as well here, so I'm gonna bring it up as well. That is parabolically moving down. Like this guy Ethereum right now is so oversold on the daily at $475, right? That it's like, oh my goodness, right now it's like, look how oversold Ethereum is, guys. Like, look how oversold it is. It has not been this oversold since September the 15th, when Bitcoin had that mass. Actually, it broke RSI resistance already, or support. Oh my god, holy crap. No, it didn't yet. Sorry, I got overexcited there for nothing. I'm just kidding, guys. You guys need to really calm down sometimes, okay? Like, please don't get so excited. It's just cryptocurrency, right? So we're about to hit this RSI resistance right here. Ethereum is just dying right now. You guys know another coin that's just hitting the, like, really biting the dust right now? Another coin is NEO. NEO is really scary too right now. NEO is parabolically moving downwards, okay? That is really scary. You guys don't see Bitcoin moving down like that, right? You don't see Ripple moving down like that. Like, this is NEO, straight line right here. This is Bitcoin, where it's moving up and down, right? This is Litecoin, where it's moving up and down right there. But this one here is more parabolically moving down than all of them. You see Ripple still making a series of jumps up and down. You see EOS making little series as well, right? Like, you get a small little bump there at least. But I kid you not, that NEO is one of those coins that's just looking really scary right now. Actually, I don't mean to scare you guys or create FUD, but I'm just keeping it real. It's a very bearish market. There's no other way to look at it right now. We're getting the death crossover. The daily chart is just looking super bearish still. Just because we bounced from 72.50 doesn't mean we're any bullish at all. I mean, we've only got 5 hours to go in the day, guys. This is a bullish candle, okay? This is the bullish candle right here. I use Bitfinex to short. Mike Din. Bitfinex. So this is the bullish candle with tons of volume, right? With a nice little hammer. Is that a hammer to you guys? Does that look like Thor's hammer? Does that look like Mjolnir? Does that look like Meow Meow? No, it does not look like Meow Meow. That's what that girl calls it in Thor, if you guys don't know that reference there. So now we're reaching some fairly oversold zones. This is going to be an RSI support if we get down there. But the question is, have we bounced from 7200 region, okay? We need to figure that out together. Let's go over these yeah, I'm not going to be looking at any more charts, guys. I just don't feel like looking at your charts, to be honest, on TradingView. It would just take too much time. I want to keep this to Bitcoin specifically for now, and maybe I'll have time near the end, okay? I don't mean to be rude if that was rude. I'm just very limited on time because I'm at my folks for the dinner tonight, and they're making this amazing Vietnamese dish. It's called Bank One. I'll type it out. Bank One. Bank One. Hey, Winnie, are you here, Winnie? Winnie! Winnie, my friend from Australia. She's Vietnamese. Yeah. So anyways, so now we're still downtrending, okay? Did you guys see my position earlier where on Twitter I had a 5 Bitcoin position for $35,000 short, but I actually typed in the wrong price, and on $35,000 I took a $12 profit? That was kind of funny. So on 4 hour, we're still downtrending, guys. Do you guys see any type of bullish signs going up? Not really. Like, nothing really. I mean, if you want a bullish momentum, what you basically do is you count your 5 waves coming downwards like this. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate that. What exchange can US residents short? Bitfinex alternative or workaround? Honestly, you guys did not hear this from me, but I highly recommend you look into VPNs if you guys want to play on Bitfinex, first of all, okay? And you can also look at BitMEX. You can look at Poloniex as well. You could look at Kraken. They all allow you to short if you're American. So hopefully that answers your question. But of course, VPN. I've got lots of friends who use a VPN on Poloniex. I probably shouldn't have said that, but or sorry, on Bitfinex, and they're fine. I'm Canadian. I've got no problems whatsoever, but that's what I hear. But Kraken is really, really good, guys. And even if you guys don't use VPN specifically for Bitfinex, you guys might want to consider using a VPN anyways because of safety issues, right? Please consider using a VPN for safety issues. I've been hacked twice already, as you guys know, okay? One time it was my fault because I put my 2FA keys on my live stream. It was one of my first live streams, but the other one wasn't my fault. Trust me, I know guys that it's very scary to get hacked. VPN is just one of the security measures that you could use to make sure that you're much more safe. So let's look at it even a more detailed level, right? We're gonna count this right here as our possible waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? And let's say we counted it on the RSI as well, where we counted as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What we would want is we ignore the first one right here, okay? We ignore it right here, and what people do is they short the breakout of that RSI, okay? They short the breakout of that RSI, which is also the same short as when it breaks down here. And then you basically just short it, and then you basically just go for your 1-to-1 to 1618 extension, okay? So that's how we can see RSI as well. Notice right here, it hit the perfect 1618 extension of that particular wave, right? But what I'm getting to is what we look for is bullish signs of divergence on the RSI. So we want to look for it very sloping upwards, right? Right now, do we see it sloping upwards? A tiny bit, right? From the wave 3 to wave 5 territory. It's definitely sloping up a little bit. Not bad, but not really a lot, right? We want to see it gain a lot of strength. We want to see this bad boy just slope up like this wards, right? And just kind of bounce off of it. But if we see something where it slopes downwards, guys, like that, it's going to be very, very bearish still. So yes, we bounced off of 72.50, but you never know when extended waves can happen. Let me explain to you guys the mechanics of an extended wave, okay? Let's say we just get normal waves like that, and then we end up getting, all right, this is our 5 waves coming down like that, okay? We get 5 waves like that. Actually, I'm going to extend it like that more, okay? Thank you very much, Cornelius. At 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, red 1 hour candle looks like wave 1. Is that a valid count? 0618 fib extension looks like $6,500. Okay, I gotta look at that again. 1 hour red candle looks like wave 1. Okay, let's delete this and let's go over that. The 1 hour candle looks like the start of wave 1, right? Well, I'm on Central Standard Time. Let's go to EST. I don't know which one EST is. What time is that? 8 p.m. Okay, I'm just going to type in 8 p.m. EST is 7 p.m. my time, so it's 1 hour behind. So we're talking at this one right here, right? This, okay, I get it now. You're saying this one could look like the start of wave 1. Well, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to talk about actually, okay? I'm going to talk about how 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to talk about how this could very well be the start of a wave as well. And let me explain it to you guys, okay? What an extended wave looks like. Let's say that we got 5 waves like that, or 3 waves, and we're coming down, right? And we just get a normal wave for the 5th wave, where we end up getting something like this. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, right? And then we try to break upwards, and then it just fails, okay? And then it just fails. And then what could end up happening is we can just get massive extended corrections where this was only part of the first wave substructure, okay? The first wave substructure, and then this ends up becoming 5 massive waves like that. This is how extended waves can occur, okay? Because we count the 5 waves and then we're like, oh, okay, it must be done. But then if extended waves occur, then it becomes part of a massive structure. And that's how we also see extended waves on the 5th wave going up like that, right? We count ourselves, okay, well, there's just 5 waves now. This has got to be the top, okay? That's got to be the top. But then we come downwards, right? And we think we're going to correct the whole wave structure, but we only come down a little bit. And then instead, it ends up becoming a massive 5th wave going up. So these are the mechanics of a 5th wave extension that happens, right? So that's why sometimes they can be confusing as well. So let's take a look at, I've got a lot of questions that you guys have, and I actually remember them in my head, so I'm going to go over them. So he's talking about, is this the beginning of a first wave? right? That's what you're saying. It looks like the start of wave 1. Is that a valid count? Yes, it could absolutely be a valid count, right? Let's just say, for example, first of all, let's measure. Let's measure this right here, okay? Let's say that, yeah, okay, well, we know that this one here is not a possible wave 3, right? So let's just play around and look at some possible counts right now. So this was definitely a possible count where I was thinking, right? Okay, we were saying, okay, that could be a very possible count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then some people were saying, well, if that's actually not the count right there, what if this was the actual count where this is making all of wave 1 right here, right? And then we're getting a massive wave 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's so many arguments right now, and it can be very confusing because this could have very well been the first wave. This could very well be the first subwave of a massive wave going downwards as well, okay? So that's where the scary thing is with Elliott wave right now, right? So what if this was waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? Like that. And then this is just basically the small correction. This is now the subwave coming down where we're just going to end up dropping later, right? What if that's actually it? Now, what if, think about this scenario as well, okay? Let's talk about this scenario. Now, what if this was waves 1, that was 2, this was 3, 4, and now we're actually about to do our 5th wave like that to get down to even 6 something K, right? Because now we've got this scenario where that could be 1, that could be 2, that could be 3, we're going up to 4, and there's a 5th one coming down. So do you guys see the problem with Elliott wave, right? You're starting to see the problem with Elliott wave where it could be very difficult to count and it's much easier in hindsight. And because it's easier in hindsight, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it right now. So I want to also talk about an ending 5th wave diagonal that someone brought up earlier. So ending 5th wave diagonals, as you guys also know it, is, or a leading first wave diagonal is like a falling bullish wedge, right? These falling bullish wedges are usually seen in the 5th wave substructure, the C position, or the first wave. It is never found in an impulse wave. Nor is it like this, okay? Do not even think about saying this, okay? I will slap you guys if you guys, with my balls, to be very clear, if that wasn't understood. If you guys are gonna call this right here, right, a diagonal. No, do not even think about calling this a wedge at all. It is not a wedge, okay? Just because the points connect doesn't mean that it's a wedge. You guys have heard my rant about the head and shoulder, okay? Wedges do not do this, okay? Wedges do not do A, B, C like that. A, B, C. That is pure coincidence, all right? Ending 5th wave diagonals, which you guys are welcome to Google it, only appear in the 5th wave or the first wave or only the C structure, okay? And they can sometimes appear in the A structure as an end or as a leading first wave diagonal, but they are very rare. So the argument that Twitter is making right now is this right here is an A, okay? Like whatever A right here, that is B and that is C. That's the argument that people are making for the wedges, right? That's grasping on straws, guys, because it completely does not conform. It just happens to be 2 random points with 3 tops right there, which makes sense, the top. But what about this little guy right there? What about all of the formal definitions of an ending 5th wave, right? Now, I'll show you guys how actual 5th waves occur. If this was, whoa, look at that green size right there. It's so big. So let's just say that we're talking about an ending like 5 waves coming down. The rules of the 5 waves is that they can overlap, first of all, okay? These bad boys can overlap, just to be very clear, okay? They can absolutely overlap where wave 4 will go into this wave territory. Let's just say that this actually does something like that, like something like this, okay? Wave 4 will usually and always likely to go into the territory of wave 1. That's one criteria that can happen all the time. And secondly, the first wave is usually the most impulsive wave as well, but not all the time, but it can be longer than wave 3, as long as wave 3 is longer than wave 5. And wave 5, because it's in the end of the wedge here, where it breaks out afterwards, right? This right here is what we call a falling bullish wedge, right? So just to be very clear that this is not an ABC just because it looks like it's fitting a pattern, right? So Yeah, I go into these little rants. I apologize. I'm sorry, guys. I go into a lot of rants when I think things are not right, when they should be called out. It's kind of like tuna, right? Like cats, I keep saying it, like cats don't go out into the ocean to catch tuna because they don't swim. Tuna is also really big. Most domestic cats don't even know how to swim or like water. It's kind of like things like that, right? I just call it out how it is. So anyways, that's kind of where I stand with my Elliott wave count right now. It's very confusing, right? A lot of people thought that the count should have been ended right here already, okay? They all thought that it should have been ended. So now we are left to wonder, is this the count right here where we're getting basically 5 waves coming down, okay? If we get 5 waves coming down more, then it's going to be scary. Because now we're just going to take some of our extensions, for example here, like this one hit a decent extension, right? This one hit a perfect one-to-one extension, if you guys notice, right? Right around here. So if this is actually my count right here and it's the right one, this is also where we get a possible anywhere between 71, honestly, you guys don't want to hear it, but it could be between 7K to 72.50 again, where we double bottom, right? So right now we're just waiting. We have to wonder, where the heck is the volume? If this is actually the bottom, where the heck is the volume? Where's the amount of people that's rushing in to buy? Why didn't we create some sort of V bottom, right? Or are we going to? This is a V, guys, right? If you ever see a V going up like that, it's one of the most powerful reversal patterns, right? We get a V on the volume coming down, and we got a V for the candles right there. Like, for example, here as well, we got a V, okay? This is a V-shaped correction to go on the upside because it was very deep and powerful, so it rebounds very heavily. And then there's also the other type of corrections where it just moves very slowly but impulsively up and steady. So, you know, I was hoping, if you guys remember, for a deep V correction, but it simply didn't happen. Do we have any signs of bullish support right now at all? Not really. This is a very bearish candle to me, despite the wick rejection of $100 only. This one here has got 2 hours to go right here, but there's so little volume. It could be seen as a doji or a bullish spinning top. On the 1 hour chart as well, we're getting a series not even inside bar breaks or inside candles as well. We got an indecision candle here. This volume is so little right now still. On a 45-minute chart, well, sure, we got a pair of tweezer bottoms here, but, you know, tweezer bottoms with this kind of volume, yowzers, it's scary. So we just keep seeing more bearish signs still, and unfortunately, there's not really a lot of support, right? So once again, this is how I would recommend playing it. Okay, I'm no financial advisor, but this is the advice that my dog gave me, and I'll give you guys the same advice as well. Be patient. Your attention will have been caught when we get to about the 74, 78 region, wherever this candle is, okay? And then if we break above right here, this is why I closed my 5 Bitcoin position, or my 10 Bitcoin position there, and my 5 Bitcoin short. If we break above 75.23, it might be a decent place to consider going into a long. Just make sure you set your stop loss super tight, guys. Like, we're talking very tight. I mean, just ladder it one at a time to just swing high positions. I mean, I might even just target something tiny, like a 3.38, or even like around the 8K range. That could be a psychological number as well, 80.50 to be specific, right? Where this could offer a decent risk to reward of about 10 to 1 still, as long as you keep your stop loss tight. Now, the other case, right, is if we have our one more wave coming down that I was talking about, where we have our waves 1, 2, 3, say that was 4, and there's still a 5 one, which is not proportional to me, and I don't think this is the case, but we could still get a touch down to the 71.50 to the 72 region again. So your choices are basically to keep your eye out on a break right here, right, and then play the breakout, or you guys can just flip a coin right now, okay? Literally just flip a coin and just go long or go short right now. I don't recommend going short because we're not really confirming a downtrend yet right now in this immediate term. What we're more confirming is that 72.50 held, okay? 72.50 held for a very short term with a decent wick, but we're not impulsively moving up. And because we're not impulsively moving up to break the 7,500 range, it can also imply that there's a lack of demand right now with too much liquidity. So, and the other option, right, is one or the two, or one of three. You flip a coin and you go short or long, stick to your stop losses, You wait for it to go to 71.50 or 72.50 again and test another bottom, or you wait for it to break out above 75.23. So that's kind of where I stand right now with my TA. According to well, not mine, but according to the moving average strategy, okay, where we're waiting for at least the yellow one to support below all of them. There's not a single sign of bullish support yet, guys. You know, what usually happens is it just lulls, okay? It lulls right there, and then the moving average gets lower and lower, and then the price action just goes sideways a little bit, and then when it meets up with it, it'll figure, is it going to bounce off of there? Is it going to go up a little bit, then come right back down? Or is it actually going to perhaps just trend like this, right? And then it breaks above it, just keeps breaking and trending above it, and it acts as a support, and then it goes up. So we got to wait to see and to give it time. Think of these elastic bands as something that snaps. When it snaps really far away, it eventually gets back to the yellow moving averages, all of them, right? It goes down too far, it snaps back. It goes down too far, it snaps up. It goes up too far, it snaps back. So now it's just a matter of waiting to give it a little bit more time to get a general gauge of the market sentiment, all right? So yeah, that's kind of, wow, I can talk for so long. I've talked for 55 minutes and I'm not even tired. Exactly. Andres said something very smart. Andres Yaramilo. He said the trend is your friend. Always remember that, okay, guys? The trend is your friend. I'm going to write this out for you guys in case you guys don't know. The trend is your friend, okay? It's your bae. It's your BFF. Don't ever go against the trend for a longer swing term position, right? The trend is your friend. It's your bae. It's your BFF. Never go against the trend. Always wait for confirmation. And because we don't have any type of confirmation right now, play safe, guys. Play super safe. You guys have seen me tweet a lot of my profits and stuff, you know, like, oh, you guys actually get a glimpse of my profits that I share. But these profits, they come because I'm just super cautious. I don't have FOMO, guys. I don't have FOMO at all. You guys know some of my friends right here, when it bounced at 7,600, right? 75, 7,600, they were all like, oh my God, we could have gotten into a position. We could have gotten into a position. It went from 7,500 all the way to 7,800. I'm like, great. I've now confirmed the bounce and I'm just going to short the market instead. So just because you guys miss out on an opportunity, it doesn't mean that you should feel bad about it. It means that you should look for other opportunities. Just to give you guys an example, okay? You get a breakout. A lot of players don't play the first wave, okay? They don't play the first wave. This is wave 1, okay? This is wave 1 right there. This is wave 2 right here, okay? And then what a lot of players do, and the reason why there's a breakout above key resistances is because people are wave 3 breakout players, right? As soon as this key region right here breaks out, you guys should be attempting to go long, right? Or right here rather, as long as this resistance is breaking out. So as soon as that happens, you'll always actually see a massive green candle like that, okay? That's why things like this happen. So just because you miss a wave going up, like you miss wave 1, 2, don't ever feel bad, guys, right? This wave 1 and 2 going up, for example, should be something where you say to yourself, great, I might now have confirmed an uptrend and we're going to play it. You guys want to see real life examples? Let me show you. I'll show you guys real life examples of how breakouts are played, okay? Let's go to this particular structure right here, okay? Let's do this. Right here, if I just draw a horizontal resistance or support line right there, okay? Right there, you guys miss this whole structure, okay? No problem if you miss this whole structure, which is, you know, something like that. Not a problem at all. Whatever, if you guys missed it, we'll just call this whole thing your corrective pattern, okay? Regardless of what it is, that's your corrective pattern. No problem if you guys missed it. Don't ever FOMO and buy. Notice right here, this is the resistance. Notice right here, this is also the breakout, right? This is the breakout right here. What do you guys see with the volume that I talked about earlier, right? You guys see the volume right here. It spikes because these people are smart and they wait for confirmation of an uptrend. When a resistance is broken, people will play the breakout, okay? They will play the breakout and that's when they will go into a long position, right? So just to give you guys a really good idea of how people treat resistances. So please, just because it goes up a tiny bit, don't FOMO and buy. And this is why I'm an extremely cautious player and I wait for confirmation before I enter any type of major trend. And one last note I wanted to bring up is we're kind of in a channel right now. We're low-key in a channel right now, okay? Just kind of like that. You guys see this channel that we're in? Right? We're low-key in a channel right now. And until we break some key regions right now, like honestly, this is one of the key regions, right here that I was mentioning at 72.23ish. Sure, if we break around this region right here, which is a very prominent region, we'll have broken out of, first of all, this recent swing high, or yeah, I guess you can call it swing high, and then we'll have also broken out of the resistance. So that's why I'm being extremely cautious. Or are we gonna trend down right here? So yeah, I apologize, Edwin. I'm not gonna look at anything outside of why the heck would I want to look at NASDAQ, to be honest? This is cryptocurrency, man. I've never even talked about anything outside of cryptocurrency in my life. I appreciate the donation, Edwin, but I'm not a prostitute and I can't be bought. I stick to my guns, bro. Oh man, that was so brutally honest. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude, okay? I didn't mean to be rude whatsoever, but I've never talked about anything outside of cryptocurrency before, and it makes absolutely no sense for me to be looking at the NASDAQ or the S&P 500 for $5. You want me to look at you want to trust a cryptocurrency degenerate like me who's never even looked in traditional markets? You want to pay me $5 to be your financial advisor or just to glance at it for such a big market cap? Right? For such a big market, you don't want to pay me $5. You want to pay someone who's actually experienced in the industry, okay? I'm not the guy to take a look at anything outside of cryptocurrency for you. I don't even want to pretend that I know anything about NASDAQ or about an S&P 500, okay? Thank you very much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Although it would be wrong for me to do it, Edwin, because I'd be giving you really crappy advice. I would just, if you ask me if I should buy or sell, I'd be like, yes, sure, maybe no. I'd be like, what the heck is the NASDAQ? I don't even know what that is. I know what the NASDAQ is, okay? I don't remember what it stands for, but yeah, I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy to be asking for that kind of advice, okay? So yeah, Roger, no. Okay, guys, I'm actually offering a Udemy class right now. If you guys don't know about my Udemy class, I'm selling a Udemy class, okay? It's my tutorials for my trading. And if you guys actually go to my Udemy, I just want to warn you though, that you have to buy the Udemy course, which actually sells you another Udemy course. And in that second Udemy course, it actually gives you a link to a third Udemy course. And then when you finally buy the third Udemy course, you finally get to the video. Okay, you finally get to the training material, right? And then when you get to the training material, right, people have asked me before, like how they've asked Superman. They're like, Superman, what's market depth? Can you tell me what market depth is? And then I actually made a tutorial video on Poloniex where I went through market depth, but I glanced at it really quickly, guys, and I realized that I have no idea what market depth even is. So why even ask me what market depth is, okay? I'd rather sell you guys 4 different courses through Udemy just so I could make money off of you, okay? And just so you guys know, like on a very serious note, I actually am selling an ICO. I have a new hot ICO pick for the month. It's a really hot ICO pick, okay? Super hot. You guys have to go to my Udemy to buy it, to learn what it is. But I warn you guys that if you buy the Udemy course to learn what it is, it actually just gives you a link to another Udemy course that you have to buy. And then you'll actually get the information, just to let you know, okay? Heyo! So I hope that joke was worth it. Somebody gave me $20. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate it, to make a Superman course. So that's going to be the joke for the year, all right? So this has gone a little bit too far, guys. It's gone a little bit too long at 1 hour. I really appreciate it right now. You know why? Okay, Philippe, that's a really good name. Hey, Phil, any ideas why ETH is so low? Well, ETH is so low right now because the majority of it handles ICOs, right? And regulators are cracking down on ICOs, guys. They're cracking down so hard on ICOs. So why would coins like NEO or EOS or Ethereum actually be very progressive right now? Why would it make a lot of progression? There's a lot of fundamental law issues with it, and because of regulators. So that's kind of my 2 cents with all ICO that can back token kind of coins right now, right? So yeah. Yeah, so you guys have my 2 cents. I'm actually gonna go eat with my mom and my dad and my dog right now. Or sorry, I said that wrong. I'm gonna go eat my dog with my mom and my dad. So have yourselves a great day, guys. Wow, we actually got to 3,000 viewers right now. We got to 3,000 viewers, guys, and I didn't even say this word once. Okay, I didn't even say the word. Wow, this is a miracle. This is a miracle. I didn't even say this word once in my live stream. I am so proud of myself right now. This is the best thing that's ever happened today. I'm going to actually be able to monetize these ads, this video this time, okay? Thank you very much, guys, for all the love and the support that you've given me. If Tony Vase actually wanted to see my material, okay, and he wanted to put me on his podcast, to be quite honest, he'd probably have to pay me to go on his podcast, okay? Despite how much I respect him, he'd have to pay me because I'm gonna have way more Twitter followers than him, and I have more YouTube subscribers than him already. So why would someone want to? Why would I go on their show, right? It's more like they should be on my show. They should come on the Philicon and Luna show, you know? They should be the one wanting to come on my show. I would be the one doing them a favor by going on their show. You know what I mean? I just thought I'd bring that up there really quickly, okay? I don't know where that came up from. So anyways, thank you very much for all the love and the support, guys, and for all the generous donations. Oh, I remember why Tony came up now. He came up because I said if Tony was going to vet my work, because he did say in his videos he was going to look over my work, like hours of it, to see how I think. Imagine what he would think when he saw my video. Just think for a moment what he would think when he saw my TA videos. He'd be like, this guy is first of all on drugs. Secondly, he can't even stop talking about cock. Oh crap, I did it! Oh no, I did it! Crap! 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 I went for like an hour without saying a bad word. Damn it. I feel so bad now. I tried so hard, guys. I tried so hard. I tried so hard and got so far. But at the end of my stream, it didn't even matter. So anyways, guys, thank you very much for everything that you've done and for all the love and the support and for all the generous donations. I'm going to call it a day now. And you guys take care of yourselves, baby whales, tiny dolphins, and mini little penguins. May you always march yourself to safety and profit. Bye now. Take care.